Democrats' chances of defeating Susan Collins in Maine, according to polls. Senator Susan Collins, a Maine Republican, is facing significant headwinds as she angles for re-election in the 2026 midterm, according to recent polling, with Democrats eyeing her seat as one of their best pickup opportunities. Republicans currently control the Senate with a 53 to 47 seat majority. While Democrats hope to regain control of Congress in the 2026 election, it will be a tall order in the Senate with only a few Republican-held seats viewed as pickup opportunities by most analysts. Meanwhile, Democrats will be defending 2 Senate seats in states won by President Donald Trump in 2024, Michigan and Georgia. Although current polling suggests Collins is unpopular with Maine voters, the senator has consistently pulled off victories in her state, despite pushback from Republicans and Democrats alike. Viewed as one of the most moderate Senate Republicans, Collins frequently angers voters in her own party while also frustrating Democrats when she sides with the GOP. Collins told reporters last November that she plans to seek a 6th Senate term. "It's my plan," Collins told reporters, the Washington Examiner first reported. "I'm focused on the appropriations process, not elections right now, but my intention is to run." At least 2 Democrats, Wood and Natasha Alcala, have already announced their intention to run against Collins. Several other higher-profile Democrats, including Governor Janet Mills, are rumored to be considering throwing their hat into the ring. Wood previously worked as vice president of End Citizens United, a group working to overturn a controversial U.S. Supreme Court decision related to campaign financing. He also worked as former California Democratic Representative Katie Porter's chief of staff. Alcala was the first Democrat to join the race and hails from Madawaska in Aroostook County, which is the same county Collins is from. New polling released by the University of New Hampshire, UNH, on Thursday had some bad signals for Collins' re-election bid. The survey results showed that 71% of respondents do not believe the GOP senator deserves to be re-elected. Furthermore, the poll showed that majorities of Democrats, Independents, and Republicans are all against Collins' re-election plans. Among Democrats, 84% said she does not deserve to serve another term, with 67% of Independents and 57% of Republicans saying the same. The poll additionally showed Collins' favorability significantly underwater. Just 12% of respondents said they had a favorable view of the Maine Republican, while 58% said they had an unfavorable view. Additionally, 27% said they were neutral and said they don't know enough to say. Notably, the survey also polled the favorability of 3 prominent Democrats who have been floated as potential 2026 contenders. Among these, Mills was viewed the most favorably at 47% to 45% who viewed her unfavorably. Democratic Representatives Chellie Pingree and Jared Golden were also polled. Pingree was viewed favorably by 38% of respondents and unfavorably by 42%. Golden was less popular, viewed favorably by 18% compared to 42% who viewed him unfavorably. All the Democrats, however, were viewed more favorably than Collins. The poll was conducted from April 17 to 21 and included 2,850 Maine adults. The margin of error was plus or minus 3.2 percentage points. Collins' campaign spokesperson Sean Roderick dismissed the polling numbers. Every single public poll last election showed Susan Collins losing her re-election, and every single poll was wrong, including UNH. It is absurd to be polling at this point in the cycle. These notoriously inaccurate online polls are only useful for being online clickbait. UNH was wrong last time and they are on their way to being wrong again, Roderick told Newsweek. Another recent survey by Public Policy Polling, commissioned by the Senate Majority PAC, which has links to Democratic Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York, found that only 24% of Mainers approve of Collins, compared to 61% of voters who disapprove of her. The poll additionally found that President Donald Trump, who lost in Maine by about 7 points in 2024, is more popular among Maine voters than Collins. 44% of respondents said they approve of his job performance compared to 52% who disapprove. The poll surveyed 569 Maine voters from March 20th to March 21st. The margin of error was plus or minus 4.1 percentage points. Former Vice President Kamala Harris beat Trump in Maine last year, 52.4% to 45.5%. Similarly, former President Joe Biden won the state against Trump in 2020 by about 9 points, or 53.1% to 44%. Collins won re-election in 2020 on the same ballot as Biden, beating her Democratic opponent by 8.6 percentage points, or 51% to 42%.